Tonight, 170 million people are trying to sleep in a country that is physically changing its shape. Primary schools across the Delta are opening their doors after a long night of preparations. The fog is already lifting off the playing fields as voters start lining up outside. For 16 years, this night was a formality, a quiet window where the result was decided behind closed doors while the nation slept. But tonight, that inevitability is dead. On February 12th, Bangladesh isn't just holding an election, it is attempting to prove that its institutions can finally survive their winners. This isn't a celebration of democracy, it's a forensic test of its survival. Trust isn't a feeling in 2026. It's a logistics operation. This election is being guarded like a high-value shipment. The Election Commission has classified 8,780 centers as most important. These aren't just community halls anymore. They are nodes in a massive, high-tech grid. Almost 1 million law enforcement personnel, police, Ansar, BGB, and the Army are taking their positions. But the real shift is in the glass. For the first time, 25,000 police officers are wired with body-worn cameras. Every interaction at the gate is being streamed back to the National Telecommunication Monitoring Center. CCTV is mapped to every single booth. The tension tonight isn't just about the ballot, it's about the hardware still hidden in the shadows. Security isn't just about who has a badge. It's about who still has a gun from the Uprising. By the end of January, 50,000 legal firearm holders were forced to deposit their weapons at local police stations. But the older wound is still open. Of the 3,619 weapons looted from police stations when the dynasty fell in July, only 62% have been recovered. This is why the streets feel heavy tonight. The people preparing to stand in line tomorrow remember the gunships over the rooftops in July. They are standing here not because they expect a festival, but because they know that if they don't hold this line, the force will eventually return. While the country waits for dawn, another layer of this election is already inside the boxes. The ghost electorate, the 700,000 overseas workers who were once just a source of foreign currency, have already spoken. Postal ballots from Riyadh, Dubai, and London have been arriving at district offices for the last week. For decades, these remittance warriors were praised for the $32 billion they sent home, but were denied a single word in how it was spent. Tonight, their votes are physical envelopes sitting in secure rooms, and they aren't the only ones watching. In the hotels of Dhaka, 500 foreign observers are checking their schedules. Their presence makes denial expensive. Tomorrow is a dual-track day. While the candidates fight for 300 seats, the nation is voting on the July charter referendum. This is the real forensic test. It asks for a mandate on the most radical change in 50 years. 2-term limits for the Prime Minister and a 100-member upper house. It's a vote to lock the rules before the winners take power. The BNP remains cautious, favoring the old system. The NCP and Jamaat Alliance are pushing the reform. The hazard is simple. If the election produces a winner but the referendum fails, the new government inherits the same absolute power that Hasina used to crush the country. Tonight, the charter is the only fence that the Bangladeshi people have. Even the banks are working tonight. After the looting of the oligarchs, the new financial regulations and resolution tools are being tested in real time. Sovereignty isn't just about the ballot, it's about a pay slip that doesn't bounce. The modern monster was a financial creature as much as a political one. Tonight in Motijil, the servers are humming. The mergers are holding. The transition from a private vault for the few to a public utility for the many is being decided by the same hands that will mark a ballot tomorrow. By tomorrow night, the numbers will start appearing on screens. The Awami League era is over, but the temptation to own the state remains. This series ends here, on the eve of the first real contest in a decade. Sovereignty isn't a statue. It's a bank clerk in Motijil, a garment worker in Gazipur, and a student in Rajshahi. It's the act of standing in a line and knowing that the winner can be replaced. The story of the Delta doesn't end with a result. It begins with the count. Tonight, the country is holding its breath. Tomorrow, it finally lets it out.